Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have nothing on my face. So today I wanted to do a sort of foundation battle. So if you're not new to my channel, you know that I have been using the Clinique Acne Solutions foundation for years and years and years. I swear by it. It has a little bit of salicylic acid in there. It's 0.5%. And other than the e.l.f. Acne fighting foundation, which I can never get, it's always sold out. This is the only one I've ever found that has that 0.5% salicylic acid in it. You guys know, if you're not new to my channel, that I've been battling acne since I was young. And so I swear by this. It's done me really well. It wears well. It doesn't break me out. It kind of helps to heal the blemishes that I have, though my skin is doing much better since I gave up the dairy. Now, recently, I found out that Almay makes a foundation with salicylic acid in it. It's called Clear Complexion 4-in-1 Blemish Eraser Foundation. And it has that same 0.5% salicylic acid in it. I'm certainly willing to spend the money on this, have been for many years, because it works. However, you guys know I love a deal. So if there's something that's cheaper that works just as well, I am on board, because that just means more money for different makeup. So the Clinique Acne Solutions foundation is $36 in Canada plus tax. I buy this at the Shoppers Beauty Boutique. You can also get it at Sephora. This Almay foundation I bought at Walmart for $16 plus tax. So significant difference, like a $20 difference. So what I'm going to do today is do half of my face with one and do half of my face with the other and see how it wears, see how it covers, and just generally see how my skin does throughout the day. It's Monday, I'm off today, so I'm not working. A work day definitely would be a true test because I work such long days. However, I wouldn't have time to film this before work tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna do it today. It's relatively warm out today. I'm probably gonna walk the dog. I've got to get a few groceries and run some errands, do my meal prepping. So I still have lots to do. I'm still gonna be busy. I'm just not gonna do like full glam on top of the foundation. I've primed my skin with my e.l.f. Blemish Control primer. This is the one that I use every single day. It's my absolute favorite. So I really wanted to test these out using like my regular primer. I've used my regular moisturizer. I've done all my regular things because I know how this wears that way. So we're going to test them out. So I'm going to do the left side of my face with the Almay Drugstore foundation. I'm going to do the right side of my face with the Clinique Acne Solutions foundation, and we're going to see how it goes. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I use this every day to do my foundation, so I'm going to use that to blend both in. So I'm going to start with the Clinique just because I know exactly how that's going to play out. And then after I've got everything on and going, I'll do some check-ins throughout the day just to see how everything is wearing. I don't know how you do the nose, like just one side, but anyway, we'll sort it out. So I would be thrilled if there was an option that was cheaper. Even though my skin is doing much better, I'm still treating it for the acne because I still have a lot of acne scarring. As you can see, I don't actually have any active blemishes right now, but I do still have, you know, all the dark marks from previous breakouts. So, and I have still had some breakouts even since I've given up the dairy. Even though my skin has improved, I haven't had any like cysts like what I was having before, but I have still had some little breakouts, which I think is probably just the way it's going to be. Okay, so that's one half. So that's the Clinique on this half of my face. You can see the difference. So let's go in with the Almay. Now, the only thing that I will say about the drugstore products that's tough is there's never testers. So it's just best guess of what's going to be the right match for you. This was the second to lightest color that they had. If it was winter, I probably would have just bought the lightest one. I did go a little bit darker because it is getting into summer and I'm starting to get a little bit of color on my skin, so it may not be an exact match to the other side of my face, and maybe it will, and maybe it'll be lighter. I don't know. We'll see. And they may oxidize. That's sort of part of the wear test with foundation, is seeing like how they oxidize. Does it change color throughout the day? Is it going to break up on my skin? Is it going to have better coverage, less coverage? Is it going to have a dewier finish? Is it going to have a more matte finish? I used way too much. That's one thing. The Clinique foundation, it's relatively thick, so I have to use sometimes a little bit more to get it to like sort of spread around. So I definitely don't need to use as much of this, which like it's already cost effective, so that's good. Just see if we can blend it in. And I actually think color wise, I don't know, it might be even a little bit lighter. I could have maybe gone slightly darker. But it's always easier to buy a shade too light and apply a little bit of bronzer than to get something that's too dark and try to lighten it up. So, you know, quick tip, if you're not sure, go a little lighter and then you can always bronze. Okay, so yeah, definitely this side is a little bit lighter than this side. I do know the Clinique one does oxidize on my skin, so it's a little bit darker now even than when I applied it a couple of minutes ago. So we'll see. The Almay one may do the same. But as far as coverage goes, I would say they're comparable. It doesn't feel tacky. Neither side feels tacky. So far, so good. I'm going to apply my regular concealer and powder and setting and all that stuff that I normally do, just to give it the true test and to see how my concealer blends on top of this foundation, because some concealers don't go with certain foundations. They start breaking apart. I'm just using my Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, which is like almost gone. I love this stuff. This is my favorite concealer for under the eyes. I'm literally like scraping the bottom of it at this point. I have an extra one, but I like to use like every drop. And I'm just gonna cover a few of my little spots that are taking their time healing. You know when you get a blemish and it turns purple and then it's just purple forever after that? I really can't complain though. My skin's been so good over the last like 2 months. Like I can't get over the difference, so I really shouldn't complain. What's a couple of acne scars compared to what I was covering before? Okay, so concealer's on. Foundation's still looking okay. I'm just going to set under the eyes and apply some powder. The powder I'm using right now is actually a little bit dark for me. It's the Physicians Formula Creamy Natural. Normally I get Buff Beige. I'm not sure why I ended up with this. I don't know if they were out of Buff Beige and I panicked and just grabbed like the next closer one, or if maybe I bought it a little bit darker thinking summer was coming. But either way, that should work in my favor today, just for the fact that my foundation is a little bit light. I got some color on the weekend, so, but again, I'd rather my face be too light than too dark. I just think that looks, that's when you'll get that weird mask face thing. I would rather, like I say, bronze it up a little bit just to blend everything. So I just set my under eyes with the e.l.f. Sheer HD powder. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of powder. Okay, so now that my powder and concealer and everything are on, I can't really see a difference between the two sides as far as like the finish or the color even. I feel like everything looks fairly even. I feel like my nose looks a little red. So let me know in the comments below if you can tell the difference. I'm going to just quickly apply some mascara and blush and stuff off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I just applied some bronzer, some blush, some highlight, touched up my brows, put some mascara and some lip gloss on, and that's it. That's all we're doing today. It's Monday. I don't really have anything fancy to do, so I didn't want to do a whole eyeshadow thing, and I didn't want anything to really distract from the foundation. I did want to put the bronzer and the blush and the highlight on the foundation just to see how everything would wear. Sometimes it's easier to tell when you've got some other color on there. I wanted to see how the blush and bronzer blended over top of the foundation. I actually find I'm preferring the look of the way it blended over the Almay one. Go figure. So that's it for right now. It is right now 10:12. It's 10:12. And so I'm going to, what I'll do is check in with you guys after lunchtime and then again this evening, and we'll just see how it wears, if it's patchy, if it settles in any of the lines, if I notice any breakouts happening, because for me that can happen pretty much right away, like within the same day. So we'll see how it goes. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye! Hi guys, so this is my second check-in on the foundation. So this is the drugstore side, this is the luxury side. So far everything's looking great. It is 12:48, so it's been about 2.5 hours since I finished doing my makeup and started going about my day. I have been out and walked Charlie. It's a beautiful sunny day. I had my sunglasses on. I don't see any crease marks from my sunglasses, which is great because sometimes you do get that. Nothing has oxidized weird or anything like that. Everything's still, you know, matching my neck. My blush and my bronzer are all lasting really well. So far everything's great. The only thing I've noticed on the drugstore side is a little bit of creasing. I don't know if you guys can see that by my nose, right there, which I don't have on that side. So that's the only thing I've noticed so far, and that's not normally something that I notice with my foundation. Now, that being said, was it my application? Is it the makeup? We shall see. If it's the makeup, most likely I'll see some creasing in some of the other lines as the day goes on. I'm not going to powder. I'm not going to like remist with setting spray or anything like that throughout the day. I'm just going to let it be whatever it's going to be. And I'll check in with you guys again in probably a few hours. I think after supper probably I'll check in again. Okay, so it is 7:44. I put this on at 10:15 this morning. I haven't powdered. I haven't touched up. I haven't done anything else with my face. I've just been doing chores and meal prepping, and we've gone out for a Starbucks and home now and ready to relax with Clinton and the dog. So far I really like the cheaper foundation. I like it just as well as the Clinique. The only real thing that I can see is that it wore off of my nose completely on this side. This side did wear off as well, but I don't think as quickly. I noticed that it was creasing on the side of my nose about 2 hours after I put it on. But other than that, it wears pretty much exactly the same. I don't find them any oilier on this side. I do find my blush and my bronzer blended better on that side. I don't know if it's because it's a thinner formula and maybe the powders grab more on the Clinique, even though I did powder all over before applying those things. So all in all, I mean, for $20 cheaper, I think it's really good. I'm going to continue to wear it and see how it goes, especially at work through a long work day, just to see. But otherwise, like, I was impressed. I really was. I didn't have very high expectations with the, you know, success that I've had with this Clinique one over the years. I really thought that this, like the other one, was not going to beat this out. But honestly, they're pretty much the same, and it's like a $20 difference. So yeah, I think you'll see me using this more in videos, and I'm really excited that I did this. And so let me know in the comments below, are there other things you'd like me to compare? I would be happy to do that. This was sort of fun doing like a wear test and checking it throughout the day. I'm not really somebody who checks my makeup that much throughout the day, to be honest. So if you like this, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.